Welcome to another edition of the Bridges Bulletin. Let's get started. This is Dyann Bridges, creator of The Relator's Manual and coach for men. Today we're going to be discussing the differences between the egos of men and women, because they are very different, and many times men assume that women think like they do, which often gets in the way of really great relating. Now, even very beautiful women who are very successful and well-educated and who know they have a lot, there's oftentimes a lot of insecurity underneath there for many, many reasons. If she is very overtly confident to the point of being rather dominant, there's probably an imbalance there. For most women, though, they're just doing the best they can. And they're always a little bit unsure that what they're doing is probably not quite enough. They're probably not quite pretty enough or smart enough or graceful enough or feminine enough or forthright enough. And on and on and on it goes. I can promise you in the smallest ways women worry about how they come across. Even the best-looking, successful women do that. Unlike men who, if you are successful, and you know you're good-looking, you tend to naturally feel a little bit superior. Unless a man is very evolved and has moved past most of the limitations of his ego, and he's not as attached to it as he was before. Also, your competitive nature comes into play, and a lot of times you'll start to relate to people in a way that makes you feel like you've come out on top. Again, that's not really how most women think. That's a guy thing. So this is important to keep in mind as well when you're dealing with women, both personally and professionally. And just one last point I want to make on this. Keep in mind, you never really know what a woman is dealing with personally. Our bodies are very different than yours. And between the ages of, say, 16 and 60, most women are going to have a monthly cycle. And that does throw a woman into a completely different psychological and energetic and physical space. Yet they still have to get up and do what they need to do in their lives. But they're going to feel very different in their bodies during that time. So being a little extra gentle is not a bad thing when you're dealing with women, unless, of course, she's being overtly aggressive. Then you're allowed to draw a very firm boundary. But women being the creatures that they are, their bodies are literally made for desire and attraction. As a woman, you can't get away from that. It's just built into the mechanism. So the world sees women in a very different way. Women get treated differently because of the body they're in. Men are more utilitarian, functional creatures. This is not a judgment. It's just the way it is. It's set up like that, and it's fabulous. Men should be strong, physically, mentally, spiritually. Your instincts are to protect women. We are the objects of desire for you. We are the child bearers. And it's true that physically women are oftentimes much frailer than men. So just keep these things in mind, because her behavior may not have the same type of motivation behind it that yours does. If you just stay in the moment with her, enjoy her conversation, enjoy interacting with her, and having clear boundaries, you'll have a much better chance of having great relationships with women. This is Dyann Bridges, creator of The Relator's Manual and coach for men. If you'd like more, go to www.relatorsmanual.com and sign up to get your free PDF on my unique relating tips and more. Thank you for listening and have a very sensual day.